Hello, Anteaters. My name is Stephanie Raeta, and I use she, her pronouns. I'm an undergraduate student majoring in public health policy, and I work at the Cross Cultural Center as a community programmer. Thank you for being with us in community this week for the Martin Luther King Jr. Symposium. Some of you may know that the symposium is a long-standing UCI tradition and one of our signature programs. For those of us who are not as familiar, the MLK Symposium is a week-long series of workshops, events, activities that also include the Dr. Joseph L. White Lecture. The MLK Symposium was created many years ago by former Cross Cultural Center staff, students, and campus partners in Dr. King's honor to commemorate his enormous contributions and legacy of activism. In 2021, we continue to demand and fight for racial justice and work towards dismantling anti-Blackness in this country, and it's clear that much work is required. We know that this is a difficult time, and many of us are still processing and healing from the recent horrific and violent acts of domestic terrorism that took place in Washington, D.C. The symposium could not come at a better time to offer us opportunities to engage in several thoughtful and conscious raising discussions throughout the week. We're also honored to have activist and artist Bree Newsome Bass to deliver this year's Dr. Joseph L. White Lecture virtually. We encourage you to explore our symposium website. You'll find detailed information about all of this week's programs, events, and activities on the schedule page. Learn more about the late Dr. Joseph L. White and his legacy, mentorship, and advocacy that lives through the Cross Cultural Center and the annual lecture series. You can also learn more about the speaker, Bree Newsome Bass, whose work is also very inspiring. We also encourage you all to participate in the engagement activity and invite all members of campus community to participate in our Jamboard and reflect and respond to the status of Dr. King's dream. Whether you participate in the Jamboard activity, watch the Dr. Joseph L. White lecture, and attend one or more activities throughout the week, we want to thank you for being with us virtually. Lastly, please be sure to take care of yourself. It is a difficult time and a lot has happened. It's important to acknowledge and name it. We are living during a global pandemic, a racial pandemic, and so much is required of us to work together to dismantle anti-Blackness and work towards achieving racial justice in this country. For my fellow students, I encourage you to take advantage of mental health services from the Counseling Center. Thank you again for being with us in community. Please extend grace to yourself and be safe, be well, Anteaters.